What is up, my dear friends, and welcome back to another episode of Honey, I'm Home. Today, we are going to be talking about how you can create a breakthrough for yourself on this quick episode. We're actually going to be bringing these quick episodes back. I think it's fun just to share some thoughts with you. You know, I used to do these once a week where I just did quick rounds and quick episodes, answering some questions, and I'm hoping that today brings you insight if you're feeling stuck, because I'm going to help you to give you the 6-step game plan on how you can execute a breakthrough. So anytime I feel stuck in my life, these are the 6 steps that I try to focus in on taking so that I can overcome what I'm going through, so that I don't stay stuck in misery, unhappiness, unfulfillment, or whatever it is I'm going through. Because ultimately, we got to create a breakthrough for ourselves. And I hope that today's episode brings you a little bit of hope, inspiration, and some clarity on how you can create your own breakthrough for yourself. But before we dive into that, my dear friend, welcome to Honey, I'm Home. I am so grateful that you're here with me today and that you are ready to create a happier heart and happier homes. You know, this podcast is all stemmed from this belief that I stumbled upon back in 2015, that the quality of life we live directly reflects the relationships that we have with ourselves, others, God, and everything in between. And I wrote a book on that. I wrote a book all about how my life, when I stumbled upon this truth, my entire life and its quality stemmed from the relationships that I had with myself, others, and God. And if I had a poor quality relationship with myself, others, and God, I usually ultimately had a poor quality of life. And how do I believe this, and why do I believe this so much? Think about it. When you go through a heartbreak, a breakup, a separation, or divorce, your quality of life dwindles. You feel completely lost, alone, helpless, hopeless, and you just don't feel that vitality and that aliveness, that excitement toward life. Like, this is a crazy opportunity that we have. Like, we are here living today, and many of us are going to go through life numb so that we don't have to feel pain. We numb ourselves and avoid life so we don't have to keep experiencing life. And I don't think that there's a worse choice that you can ever make than to numb yourself and to stop experiencing life. We need to get you back to living again. We need to get you back to experiencing all quality of life, meaning the good, the bad, and the indifferent, and learning how to navigate that. And I think in these 6 steps, you're going to understand what you can begin to do to implement your own strategic plan to help you create your own breakthrough. But ultimately, I just want to let you know, like, Honey, I'm Home is here for you if you're ready to build better relationships with yourself, others, God, and everything in between. It's going to help you to reclaim your heart, help you to build better connections, and ultimately thrive in a higher quality relationship in life. So today, let's talk about breakthroughs. You know, when I think of a breakthrough and why they're important, it's oftentimes because we oftentimes get stuck, right? We oftentimes get stuck in our own heads and our own emotions and our own thoughts and our own misery, and we can't help but continue to sit there, and we have no idea how to get ourselves out of there. And I think this is a huge problem. You know, the reason why life just simply passes us by is because we've learned to numb ourselves and drown ourselves into this thought that what we're currently experiencing is only going to continue and we're never going to get out of it. Well, the truth is, the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. That's right. The depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. So ultimately, we need to help you create a breakthrough today. Let's create a breakthrough for you, because this is the same thing that I did for myself back in 2015 when I was going through some certain circumstances and struggles and situations that almost cost me my own life. Because ultimately, if you don't know my story, I wanted to take my life because I was so miserable, because I felt like, from the beginning of time, my relationships have completely sucked. My life sucked. My parents' relationships sucked, and I saw that, and it caused my parents' divorce, separation, battles, going to court cases, my parents getting a verbal and physical abusiveness toward themselves, towards each other, towards us, and all because of a relationship, because their marriage didn't work out, and they were struggling. They didn't know how to express that. They didn't know how to feel through that. They didn't know how to heal that wound. And so, it casted me to realize that, man, relationships do determine the quality of life we live, and relationships are truly everything. Now, if you're feeling like you're stuck in a heartbreak and a breakup and a separation or divorce, and you feel like you can't move on, you feel like life's hopeless, you feel like life's, there's no significance into your quality of life now that you no longer have a partner, I want to help you understand there's a couple ways to break through that. And the first thing that you really need to focus in on is being able to face and to accept your reality. And so I believe if you can face and accept your reality, you can find yourself in a better stance toward your current circumstance and situation. What you cannot accept, or what you only deny and you cannot accept, you cannot heal. A lot of you don't want to face this reality, face this truth, face this heartbreak, because you would rather live in denial than live in the truth and realize that what you're going through is supposed to help grow you. What you're growing through and going through is supposed to help grow you into becoming the person that you need to be for the future partner that God wants you to have. Now, ultimately, that might be your ex, or that might be someone new. Either or, it's preparing you to catapult yourself into a better version of yourself so that you can become a better partner, not only for you, but also for them. Because here's the truth. If you're trying to get back together with your ex by staying the same, you're only going to recreate the past, and your past is going to end up in a heartbreak anyway. You already know if you go back to the past long enough and you recreate the past, your past will end up in a heartbreak. We've realized that because your past started and created this heartbreak. So don't go back to the past. Create a new future, a new version of yourself that'll help you to create happiness within your relationship. So number one, face the reality. Number two, define your breakthrough. What does that look like to you? What is your breakthrough? What would it mean for you to have a breakthrough in this moment? How would you feel? What would you do? What would you stop doing? What would your daily average life look like after you created this breakthrough? Breakthrough, don't get over concerned about a breakthrough. It sounds large. It sounds, kind of scary a little bit. But ultimately, a breakthrough is just giving you an opportunity to move through what you're going through, to choose again. A breakthrough is getting you through and helping you get unstuck. There are certain habits that you're holding on to. There are certain, thought processes and beliefs and stories you're allowing yourself to replay over and over and over again. And oftentimes, this is keeping you stuck. This is keeping you trapped. This is keeping you unhappy. So define your breakthrough. Number three, develop a plan. So once you see with clarity your breakthrough, create a plan so that you can overcome your feelings of being stuck and unhappy. That's where most people stop. Heck, they don't even create a breakthrough. A breakthrough is more like a vision. Where are you headed? What does life look like after this? And then you have to completely develop a strong plan that helps you to see that you can create that breakthrough. You can create that new quality of life. You can experience happiness. But without a plan, you'll never get there. You'll never get there because you don't know what to do. And number four, you got to stay consistent on that plan on a daily basis. And after you create that breakthrough, meaning that vision for yourself, and you develop a plan on what actions you're going to consistently take, you got to stay consistent. You got to show up and do those things. You got to, regardless of how you feel, you just got to show up and do those very things regardless of how you feel. Not every day you're going to feel good. Oh, well, do it anyway. Not every day you're going to feel happy, supported, motivated, encouraged, uplifted. Oh, well, do it anyway. Because you know it's the right thing to do. Number five is you got to lean on some faith and some positivity. I don't know what that looks like for you, but for me, it's reading some scripture. For me, it is walking outside and talking to God. For me, it's listening to podcasts. For me, it's reading some good books. For me, it's focusing on positive self-talk. For me, it's mapping out and gaining clarity on my future and just being able to accept this life as it is and being very grateful. That's what it is like for me. So after you lean on your faith and implement some positive habits in your life, you got to seek some support. Listen, you don't have to do this alone. There's like 7 billion people in this world and you feel like you're alone. You got to be kidding me. You're just not connecting with other people. Like, get out there. Put yourself out there. Shake a hand. Give a hug. Give a compliment. Say hey. Say hi. Say hello. Say something. Connect. Don't be so distracted in trying to find authentic connection through your phone, because it doesn't lie within your phone. It lies out there. Get connected again. Seek support. Ask for help. Listen, you've got to embrace this journey, whatever journey you're on. For your breakthrough is on the horizon. I truly believe that. Stay relentless, my friends. Stay hopeful. Your breakthrough moment is coming. Just implement these 6 steps, and I promise you your breakthrough will be there. But listen, if you feel like that's a lot of steps to take alone, well, then once again, you can be coached by me. by visiting happyheartacademy.com/happiness after heartbreak so that we can work on getting you a game plan that helps you overcome this. So all you have to do is go to happyheartacademy.com/happiness after heartbreak to get started with me today.